tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. If the State House Mombasa meeting is anything to go by, we can now accurately say the president has finally endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. That seems to come out now very, very clearly. And I'm not wrong to say that Uhuru Kenyatta has finally just endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes. And that endorsement, ladies and gentlemen, carries with it some political implications. So in this video today, I want us to talk or analyze those political implications that arose as a result of that endorsement by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Straight away to our discussion and analysis. What does that endorsement in Mombasa mean? The first thing is this. All along, ladies and gentlemen, a majority of Kenyans always believed that it's the system or the deep state that has been denying Raila victory. In fact, a majority of Kenyans believe that Raila won in 2007, 2013, and also in 2017. But in all these three consecutive elections, it's the system that has always rigged Raila Amolo Odinga out of the presidency. So that endorsement recently at State House Mombasa simply means that the system that has been denying or stealing Raila Amolo Odinga's victory is now with Raila Amolo Odinga. So to Raila Amolo Odinga's traditional support base, that is most likely, that move at State House Mombasa is most likely to strengthen Raila's traditional voting strongholds. The Raila supporters are most likely going to be strengthened, and that is most likely going to encourage a very, very high turnout, assuming there is an election today. A very high turnout in those strongholds that Raila all along has been having. Because now they know that their man is most likely going to win. That is a very big boost for Raila Amolo Odinga. And then secondly, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Mount Kenya now, that endorsement by Uhuru Kenyatta, as much as I believe, and I've been saying in this YouTube channel, that at the right time when Uhuru Kenyatta talks, or rather speaks, the mountain will listen. As much as I believe that a majority of residents of Mount Kenya will support Raila Amolo Odinga because of that endorsement by Uhuru Kenyatta, I equally also believe that there is most likely to be a voter apathy on the mountain, simply because maybe that endorsement might also be a disappointment to some residents of the mountain, and that can lead to voter apathy, and it can also result into low voters turning out to vote, and that can impact negatively for William Ruto, because as Raila's stronghold or other traditional voting areas will be increasing, central or other Mount Kenya will be decreasing. That's somehow a big blow to William Ruto and a big boost to Raila Amolo Odinga. And then thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, key leaders who are still in a wait-and-see situation might now start realigning themselves with Raila. An example is just Olekina. Yesterday, Olekina made it very clear that he is going to stick with Raila Amolo Odinga till Raila becomes the president. I believe Olekina was just reacting out of what transpired at State House Mombasa. Because sometimes back, Olekina has been really flip-flopping. At one point he's saying is with Raila Amolo Odinga, the next point he's saying is with William Ruto. And then it's the same Olekina who sometimes back said that Uhuru will betray Raila Amolo Odinga. But with the latest development that transpired at State House Mombasa, you saw Olekina yesterday coming out in broad daylight to throw his weight behind Raila Amolo Odinga. I believe that was informed by Uhuru Kenyatta's endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga. And we have such kind of leaders. At the coast, we have the likes of Mvurya. We also have Kilifi Governor Amason Kingi. So these leaders who are in a wait and see situation, they might now start aligning themselves with Raila Amolo Odinga. And that will transcend also on the ground. There are also a majority of Kenyans who are still undecided. They were still waiting to see which side has more weight. With this endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga, those undecided voters or Kenyans might now start aligning themselves to the Raila wing because they believe that's the wing that is most likely going to win the presidency. And then the fourth point, ladies and gentlemen, Raila phobia on the mountain is slowly going to die. Simply because with that endorsement or that secret endorsement, leaders who are allied to the president are most likely going to embrace Raila Amolo Odinga. And as that happens, also the residents of the mountain are most likely going to start endorsing Raila Amolo Odinga and embracing him. As that happens again, the Raila phobia that has all along existed on the mountain is going to die slowly and gradually, slowly by slowly. So I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that secret endorsement by Uhuru Kenyatta to Raila Amolo Odinga is a very, very big win for Raila Amolo Odinga. Because now, residents of Mount Kenya are most likely going to align themselves with Raila Amolo Odinga. The top governors, and yesterday, before I forget, Peter Kenneth also yesterday, when Raila was in Murang'a, also just made it clear that Raila Amolo Odinga is very certain is most likely going to be the president. And also Jeremiah Kioni also just reminded Kenyans that after the 2007 election, William Ruto was the most hated politician on the mountain, or rather in central Kenya, Mount Kenya. But Uhuru Kenyatta managed to sell William Ruto to the residents of the mountain, even though Ruto was highly seen as somebody who helped in perpetrating election violence in 2007, specifically among the Kikuyus in the Rift Valley. So if Uhuru could sell William Ruto to the residents of the mountain after such kind of allegations, it will be very, very easy for Uhuru to sell Raila in Mount Kenya. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, let me say that in general, we are going to see Raila's support, or rather popularity, increasing across the country. His support is likely going to increase. And as that happens, William Ruto's support is going to decline. Because after the 2017 election, William Ruto has been constantly campaigning. He has been on the campaign trail. In fact, William Ruto has been running alone on the campaign trail. So with the entrance of maybe a Raila Amolo Odinga, who has not even declared that he's in the race, assuming Raila Amolo Odinga enters into the race, we are most likely going to see William Ruto's support declining as Raila Amolo Odinga's support increases. And that's just a natural phenomenon in politics. And as that happens also, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Amolo Odinga is going to be embraced by a majority of Kenyans. And also there is something here I've not said. Yeah, I think those are the 5 main political implications of that endorsement by Uhuru Kenyatta on Raila Amolo Odinga. Even though it was a secret endorsement, as time goes by, I know the president will most likely come out in the public to show his support for Raila Odinga clearly to the residents. And that again will just help in creating some kind of euphoria. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me end it there for today, because these are things we have been discussing in this YouTube channel for quite some time. We have basically said everything about this topic in this YouTube channel. Just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like. To our continued fans and supporters, I'm very much happy. Even though our audio is not good, I've been receiving quite a lot of complaints. I'm still working. I'm working really very hard, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that thing is fixed. We have just ordered for some better microphone and all that stuff. And in due course, ladies and gentlemen, our audio will be perfect. Our videos will be perfect. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana.